Well, good morning. I'm here to try it again. Actually, it's almost getting towards afternoon. I'm running a little late today. Hello, I am your party artist. My name is Kim Overholt, and I'm here at my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, please check out my website. I give you the great graphics. Watch this. KimOverholt.com. Yeah, you want to know a little bit more about me? Check out my website, KimOverholt.com. And today is Cartooning Monday. And I don't know if you guys know this, but spring has sprung. And because of spring, it is crazy with little creatures running around in my place. So I've been busy cleaning up and doing a lot of work, trying to get everything kind of organized and ready to go for summertime. Get my garden started yesterday. Right after that, it rained, so everything got nicely layered with some nice rain. After I put all the plants in the ground, it's fun. It's fun, I like to do that. Any of you guys like to have a garden out there? I like gardens, and even just when you just see what happens, just let them grow and see what happens. Yeah, so here at my at my studio, I'm always trying to see what's going to happen next too, because there's always something new and exciting going on. How do you like my hair? I went to bed with my hair wet last night, and this is what happens to my hair when I go to bed with wet hair. It curls like crazy. Yeah, so I got really nice, curly, long locks. Yes, isn't that wonderful? No, if you have natural curls like I do, you're probably like cursing yourself, going, "Man, I don't need this right now. I don't need this. Look at it. It's just like." But whatever. It works. Whatever. I wake up in the morning just looking gorgeous. Whatever. Anyways, it's not about me. It's all about you guys, and it's Cartooning Monday. And Cartooning Monday. Oh, yeah, Cartoon Monday. I just need you a little bit of information today because it's one of those days where I'll show you a couple things too. But I think we'll see how this progresses. I try to keep it nice, short and sweet, and give you as much information as I can. And today, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about different different authors, different artists. Hold on. I'll give you an idea. Hold on. Just one moment. I start up and I'm never usually ready. I'm going into my library. Hold on. I'm in the library over here. Yes. That. A little of that. And a little bit of this too. Okay. So there's millions of ideas you can get from all kinds of different things, and I'll give you an example. One thing that really got me is the whole understanding of cartoons. And if you are an avid cartoonist like I am, you guys don't know it, but I'm pretty good. And I've been reading this book, and it's pretty good. And it's called, and there's more to it. There's more books of this, but it's called Understanding Comics, The Invisible Art. Yeah, by Scott McCloud. Gives you all kinds of insight into how comics get started, what what kind of comics there were from the beginnings, the beginnings of comics, the starts of comics, and hopefully the future of comics to see where they're all headed. We've all got to have a future somewhere. I don't know how that works, but anyways, so yeah, this is a really good book. Like I've read it, and it's great because if you don't like to read, there's also lots of graphics in there too, and leaving a little bit of color in there too. If you can just cut it for a second or two, there's only a little bit of color there and there. It's a good book to read, though, if you ever want to find out about the history of comics and why you should keep pursuing your own comics, because there's nothing wrong with that. I also used to. I watched this movie called Comic Book Confidential, and it gave me a lot of insight into just, the reason people do comics is not just for, getting laughs and giggles, which is part of it, but it's also very, very, very therapeutic. So it can be good for you if you do comics of things, because sometimes it makes you see things in a funny light, and sometimes you need that. Um, One guy I like to follow, his name's Christopher Hart, and he does Cartoon Cool, all kinds of retro cartoons, but he also does like modern cartoons too. But he's written all kinds of books on how to do different characters and styles, and I've copied his styles and done my own bunch of comics in that style too. That's in Saturday morning cartoon style. And it's a lot of fun too. You can go as dramatic as you want, or you can go as realistic as you want. You can make it look cartoony, or you can make it look more realistic. Your choice, that kind of thing. And of course, because you got to have a sense of humor, I love this book. I've had it for next to forever. It's one of my faves. It's called Monty Python's Flying Circus, just the words. And the fun thing about this book is that this is volume two. Volume one is right there. Volume one. Volume one. This is volume one. This is volume two. You see that again? Volume one, a volume two. See, you understand what I'm going through? So having a good sense of humor is always good. Let me go back to volume one. And the great thing about doing learning about things that are funny is the setup of things that are funny. So you can kind of see how you would set up making your own cartoons into like a little comic book kind of thing. I'll give you an example. Monty Python's Flying Circus always talks about, the upper class twit. You could do a cartoon just about the upper class twits of the world. I did one because it gave me a great. I always get inspired by other people's works and other people's stories. That I made one up called shoot, no, I can't remember. One Time Superheroes. Yeah, it's really good. Mr. Super Combustible Man was my favorite. But this just gives you an idea. If you have a little bit of a wacky sense of humor and you want to kind of get it out into the pages of your comics, you can do it. Um, here's a prime example. There's Graham Chapman with an axe on his head. What are the odds, right? So yeah, you can draw ideas from there's ideas from of the upper class twit over here, and that is what's his name? Uh, uh, Shoot, I know that's Eric Idle, and of course that's John Cleese and Terry uh, Terry Jones. That's right, Terry Jones. Oh, and that's Michael Plain over here, and Terry Jones over here, and Eric Idle. I love Monty Python, and it. You ever want to get some good ideas? Oh, of course, my favorite. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all white night and I work all day. And of course, the couple that the uncommon couple that always make you feel uncomfortable when they're around. Yeah, they give you all kinds of kind of ideas for making your own. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. You know what I'm saying? So you get all kinds of ideas for your cartoons just by looking in other books, because that's where I get all of my inspiration from is from other books too. So for an example, for today, I'm going to give you a little bit of cartoon cool with Christopher Hart and give you a little bit of insight on how I do my comics in a interesting style that I think maybe you might want to try. And I'm hoping to do a comic book boot camp over the course of the summer, maybe this year. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below what you think. Comics are great, and you can make your own comic in the course of a day, a course of a week, as long as you want to. Sorry, I got a new brush, and I've been wanting to play with it, and it's just like it wants to just paint with me, but I have to wait a little while because I gotta kind of find something to paint. It's gonna be a mural I'm working on. It would be my next mural. It's a pretty huge freaking brush, isn't it? It's supposed to get in the corners and shit. So corners, get the corners. Yeah, get in that corner over there. A little dusty over there, a little dusty over here. Okay. Anyways, see. It's my little. Now this is the big one. Let me tell you, I'm going to do some painting with this one. I'll show you. I'll be calling this my big one. Ooh. Okay, and yeah, I got some other paints and stuff, and I have this too. This is always going on Cartoon Mondays, right? Wake you up in the morning with this. Elbows. I love bubbles. Okay. Anyways, you know what? I brought a little fruit juice with me so I can have a little bit of a drink. So, good morning, everybody. I'll do my cheers like I used to do for my paint night classes or classes. What class? I have no class. My paint night instructions. I used to say, "Here's to it, and from it, and to it again," because we never know when we'll be here to do it again. So, cheers. Mhm. I talk too much. Never saying what's on my mind. You know what I mean? Okay. So, with that in mind, with a little bit of this in mind, and a little bit of this in mind, let's head over to my drawing board. Let's go to my drawing board. All right, Kim Overholt, look out. Oh, there's Bob Marley. Okay, so come on over. Follow me, if you will. Okay, now, you'll have to forgive me because I kind of like checked the time and went, oh my gosh, I gotta go. So you have to forgive me. I'm kind of just like Madonna. Just like Madonna today. Okay, and the other reason I am is you have to forgive me. My back has been so bad lately. I don't even have to try anymore. Like sometimes I'll just like do like a move like that, throw my back out. Okay, so lately I've been, you know, I've had to wear one of these babies. Have you ever had to wear one of these? Let me tell you. It's all right. I mean, it keeps your back from going on a spasm and throwing yourself off. Believe me, I don't need to have a spasm right now. I got not spasms going on right now. Anyways, yeah, I'm a spaz. Okay, so I'm going to basically show you a basic cartoon, like comic, if you want to do a comic. Okay, so and I'll show you other things too. But okay, so I'm sorry about the light in here. Let me see if I can get a little bit brighter. It's dark today. It's a little darker than it was the other day. Oh, there's a little bit more light for us. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to show you a little bit of cartooning. So imagine this is your sheet of paper. Okay, this is your whole sheet of paper. You don't have to use red, but this is how I basically do a cartoon. And my basic cartoons go a little bit like this. I do this every time because, you know, if I want something different to change, I can change it along the way. But this is how my basic cartoons are. Maybe a little something over here. Who knows? You could have like a long shot here, one, two, long shot here. Kind of keep a nice balance with everything too, and then of course at the bottom. So that would be the end of your story right down there. This is the beginning. This is where you would have the title. And you might even have a picture of your character. So you know who you're talking about while you're going through the whole thing. This shot here is usually like a whatever. Stick person establishing shot, the establishing shot. This shows you where the character is and where it is and what's gonna happen. So you can imagine that person standing next to their house. Basically, got something going on. This is where action happens. Action happens here. Action happens here. Maybe Big Bang here or something. And the outcome is usually and characters close up. There's like the final little bit of your more like the moral of the story. and then the end of the story. So you get the beginning, you get your establishing shot, what the character's doing, you got the action of the stuff, boom, a big thing happens. The outcome, the character that's in the whole thing, and what happens to them, and the end. Very easy. It's one of those things that if you are even doing a movie, you can have the same kind of thing. You can do all these different actions and at the end have a very cool story. Um, myself am thinking of making a movie because I've been looking into a lot of the whole getting to be an actor, actress, that kind of thing, and all the things that go into becoming one. And in the past, I've already done a lot of things that are similar to doing acting. So, I mean, what I do is kind of like my own little thing too. So, and I've enjoyed doing that. And what it comes down to is that whatever makes you happy is what you should be doing. If it's not making you happy, don't do it. Because if you're not enjoying what you're doing, why are you doing it in the first place, right? Exactly. Gotta be happy. Gotta be happy. All right. So happiness matters. So the whole part of making cartoons in the first place is to get a response. But that can also be said with all kinds of art, right? All kinds of art is what the main thing of what art you want it to do is to create a response or create something that'll make people go whoa, you know what I mean, and give them that whoa factor. So, and I always find that fascinating too. I always see things people do, and it's sometimes beyond my comprehension. I'm like, wow, how do you do that? I've been pretty good with doing computer art too, but I prefer I'm old fashioned, I guess. I just like to hand draw everything. So, and for examples of hand drawn, I'll give you some examples. So, somebody walking their dog, and look at this. Oh, there's a robin outside. There's a robin outside my window. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay, I'll give you an idea. So, I'm going to show you how to make a basic face. Okay, and as you can see, he uses different shapes. So we're going to try different shapes. So I'm going to try. Like I tell you, whenever we do comics, there's different shapes that we use. There's the triangle, the square, um, the circle, or oval shape. See, like that. Okay, so let me get this a little bit better for you, and I can show you. Okay. So, and of course, there's always the weird, what do they call that? The organic shape. Okay, but anyways, let me start with a triangle shape head. So if you've got somebody who's got a triangle shape head, okay, you can do this. You can round off all the corners here. Make it a little bit rounder, so you don't have exactly a round shape. So you can like draw an ear over here. You can draw glasses on this person. Oh, I'm gonna go so far I can make their eyes, right? The glasses, go like that, and the nose come out. There you go. Right, and then their hair, you can draw something simple. Erase all their other lines. And of course, you're going to make the face, the mouth. Mouth, you can have it going like. And this is a certain kind of character design that we do here. And for his eyes are already inside the glasses, so you can just draw a couple little dots, and you can also draw his eyebrows too. So, eyebrows too. And there you go. You can continue if you want to make the rest of his body, make him look like he's wearing whatever. Anything like that, see? And that's using the triangle shape. Okay. So, next shape we're going to use, and show you how we can make another creature, is a square shape. Okay, rounding off the corners is always nice because if you're making a person, it like makes them look a little bit more realistic. Make the jaw kind of look like it's more rounded kind of thing. Maybe too round on one side. Let me try again. And because you have a pencil and eraser, you can always play with it, make it look even. Play with it a little bit. And so let me see. You can make like that. Make a face like that. One nose that goes like this. And this kid's got like square eyes. Uh-huh. And it goes like this. Not a happy kid. And then draw the rest of his hair to go kind of like this. And have his ears come out like this. All that there. This one to the side. Make his little ear. Get rid of that part too. Make his hair kind of goes funny. Change his look altogether, you know. And for like a oval face, we'll do like this. And this is just playing with the idea. Okay, so just oval shape. Oh, and the eyes. What kind of nose? Oh, it's a girl. She got a nose kind of like that. And she got a big mouth like that. Right. And then her hair. Can make it go like that. Make her have a big ponytail. Draw in her ears, like maybe right about there. Depending on which way her head is facing, of course. Let's get rid of all that. Da, 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 and kind of draw it in like that. There we go. Now we got like a girl-shaped face there. And we can make her hair. There we go. And play with it a little bit. You got eyebrows here. High eyebrows. Bigger eyes. Color them up. There we go, like that. You can even do like make her lips a little bit bigger there, like that. There you go. You got a girl's face there. And you can draw the rest of her body. She got like a nice necklace of some sort on or something. There you go. Ta-da! That's always fun. I like drawing. I always love drawing. Yeah. So there's that. All right. So there you go. It gives you an idea of shapes, anyways. Can change people's faces. You can make their lips. Talks about You get the different hairstyles. You can get all kinds of different hair, facial expressions, and movement. Let me give you an idea of movement. Ah, yes. This is a cool one. Good idea of movement. Well, here we go. One of my things that I like to do is draw. Let's see if I can draw this as quick as I can. And he's got a stern look on his face. And oh yeah, okay. There. And circle like that. His feet come out, kind of like that. Oop. And his foot comes out. Side over here. And he's got this nice little cape here. Superboy. Yes, there we go. There we go. All right. Out to conquer the world, Superboy. With a big S. Nice. Or I used to kind of do this boy called Hyperboy. That could be Hyperboy. There we go. And he's flying through the air. And you can make motion like this. All these makes him look like he's moving forward, like he's rushing. Right? Isn't that cool? Make it look like buildings rushing by. Make all kinds of things happening. He even has a sturdy dog with him. Watch this. Super dog. Super dog. His trusty companion. Because you gotta have a trusty companion. You can't just do it all by yourself. You gotta have super dog. It's got special boots on. Special doggy boots. Makes him go faster. Special doggy gloves. Oh, and let's face this so you can get this little collar in there too. He's got special little paws. Special little mitts. He's got. No, actually, where's my little eraser? Where did I put it? Yes, I'll erase that. Not really there. That's not his spot, but kind of down over here. Doggy paw going that way. Aha! And we came out all kinds of two paws in different color. Make sure he's like make him so he has got steely eyes, but he looks cute at the same time too. Super boy and his super dog. Little spot there. His little dog spot. And the one here maybe colored in. There we go. Super boy and his little dog spot. And it's so easy. Like, as long as you have something to reference from too, should be no problem to be able to do it. Don't mind me. I'm actually trying to find my eraser. I bet you here. Oh, there it is. Right there. So, Super boy. There we go. Or I like to call him Hyper Boy. Hyper Boy and his little dog spot. And you can make, like I say, you can make a comic in those shapes. You can have all kinds of adventures with Superboy and in his dog spot, that kind of thing too. You can, if you have any, you can let me know how they turn out, and follow along with me if you want to do any other cartooning and things like that. You're more than welcome to. I love doing cartooning. Cartooning Monday is always like one of my favorite days to come in and draw because it's a free for all and stuff like that. But I want to also show you that if you do get into the tradition of doing classical drawing for cartooning and stuff like that, and you want to get serious, again, there's comic book strips that you can get, and there's also the bigger version. If you're a traditional artist like I am, you want to draw it all out on a nice big foolscap piece of paper too. There's that as well. Man, look at my arms. I look pretty strong, don't I? I don't look as strong as my hubby does, though, man, because he's got. We've been doing carnivore diet. I don't know if you guys ever tried any different diets, but the carnivore diet is kind of an interesting one. I can definitely say that I've changed a bit since I've been doing it. I've gained a little weight because of it. I love steak and love eating all kinds of good stuff. And yeah, so carnivore, something like meat. So yeah, if I look a little larger than usual, it's just because I've been enjoying what I'm eating. Nothing wrong with that at all. I enjoy eating. It's one of my favorite things to do other than drawing and art and that other thing that we all like to do. Anyways, all right, so let's give us another cheer. Cheers, everybody. Oh, I should show you what it has on the glass here. Can you read this? I cook with wine, and sometimes I even add it to the food. That's W.C. Fields. So here's the W.C. Fields. Juice. Wait a minute. Ah, delicious. Very good for you, too. Oh, and in the meantime, so I've given you a little bit of insight on how to do some cartooning. You should get out there and draw and show me some drawings in the comments below because I also like to see that. You want to follow along with me? Subscribe, and I'm usually doing wacky things in my studio, but I try to get out, and I've been trying to get out lately to do a few extra other curricular activities, if you will. So, if you have any suggestions for me of things you want to see cartoon wise or art wise, I'm going to be doing a lot of painting today, and throughout the course of the week, I've got projects coming, and I don't want to give too much away because in case something, nothing's ever built in stone. Everything's always kind of just. We'll see how it goes in the meantime. But I just want to say thank you for coming. Oh, and before I forget, because we haven't done it today, I'll give you a little bit of a defining a reading. How's that? We've been doing pretty good. We've been trying to keep hold of the reins of our successes as we've been trying to. We've been trying to get the justice that we deserve. I hope all of you have been doing well and keeping on top of all the other card readings that I've been doing out over the last little while. Give me 1 second. I always drop one. It always seems to be somebody that I know, and it's really kind of funny because I know. But they're probably watching right now. Hey, how's it going? Are you watching me? That's great. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Really, yeah. What a day. Like I say, there's lots of ants now because of the spring, and God knows they love my kitchen. So I've been doing a lot of cleaning up and stuff like that. So that's what I was doing before I was like, oh, I got to do my thing today, Cartooning Monday. I love Cartoon Monday. And as you can see, I've got all kinds of paintings, and I'm into Hollywood, and I'm into all kinds of music, and I love that kind of thing. I am so into everything. It's crazy sometimes. But let me give you some divining, some little intervention, maybe try to help you on your way today. And hopefully, sometimes I just start and one just falls right out. But hopefully, I can shuffle these a little while. Nice and neat and good for my hands. They don't fall out too easily. But we'll see. We had the devil come up the one time. What was that all about? There was no need for that. But let's see what's going to come up today. And I hope that it's going to be something good for you. I always try to keep very positive. The only unpositive card I think in my deck would be probably the nightmare card or the ruin card. Those you don't want nightmares and you don't want ruin. That's pretty bad. But death is actually not a bad card to get to, just to be quite honest. But I'm going to shuffle these until I feel that I can probably grab one, and it will be the one for the day, or it'll fall right out like it usually does, and I will pick it up and tell you what we've got going on for the day. It is all random. I'm telling you, some of the things that come up, I'm so surprised. It surprises me even. Like I don't know what I'm going to, what's going to happen. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. It's the wheel of fortune, and anything goes, right? Oh, speaking of Wheel of Fortune, I won $10. Yeah, who'd have thunk? Oh, well, I got a couple cards. Okay, hold on a second. Well, got a couple cards. Okay, what do we got going on here? One isn't a surprise. One is a surprise. Oh, this is good. This is good. What's the surprise for me? Oh, surprise, surprise. All right. Okay. All right. So it might be a lonely world, I guess, for me. I don't know. No, no, no. I wouldn't say it was a lonely world, but I got two of the major arcana cards, which is like really like it comes up a lot, which means something very important. Something very important. So I got the Hermit card, which denotes, spending time doing a little bit of internal searching, and we have the World. So, I mean, maybe this is something that maybe you understand more than I would. Uh, Having to go a little bit inside to gain that world that you're looking for, maybe. Hmm. I wonder. I know the major arcana cards are meaning of something very important, and this is the last one. This is number nine, number nine, number nine, which is like, Beatles thing. Sometimes it just means something more. The bear and the lamb, the lion and the people and the. You see, there's all kinds of stuff going on in here. I'll put them in front so you can see all kinds of things going on. You never know. You never know. Let me give you a reading. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what it says. Okay, and what's it based on? Okay, let's have a. Okay. So I'll do the world first because that's the first one I saw. So the world says, it's the last one. The world. Number 21. 21 is a multiple of 7. Very lucky. Triple sevens. By uniting and balancing your long sought inner harmony with the skills you have learned in your life, you have achieved real success. The world can be yours in this situation. Hard work is demanded to attain this, but material rewards and inner peace is promised. You must view your life in the context of the whole itself, of the whole of life itself, and not and before you will have the knowledge that you seek. There you go. You must view your life in the context of the whole of itself, life itself, before you will have the knowledge you seek. seek, blah, blah, blah. All right. And then this one has come up before. So if you've ever wanted to get together with friends, maybe this is the time to get together with friends and find where your inner peace lies. Find out the context of your life. Maybe. Something. All right. But the other one says hermit. Hermit means to have a little bit of time alone. So spreading with friends or spending time alone, you have to kind of delegate what you think will work for you, right? I guess. And get the right spot. Get the hermit. Okay. Hermit says, do not look outside yourself for the answer. It is time to withdraw and follow your inner light. Some introspect may lead to self-improvement. With mature deliberation, things will be resolved. A person may appear, drawing upon their life experience in order to help you. Prudence may dictate that all answers are not revealed immediately. So it may take a little time, may take a little bit something to get that world of yours going, but once it's in motion, maybe that's all the world that you need. Something like that. Well, here's looking forward to another week, and I hope you have a good one. I know that there's a whole bunch of interesting other things probably coming up in the meanwhile. And of course, the basis of all this, I always look at the basis of all the questions that I ask, and it is based on, oh, okay, let me see. Let me see what it's based on. It's based on opportunity. Well, how about that? So right now, with the world and a little bit of introspect, opportunity is waiting for you. Opportunity is waiting for you. It's just a matter of you finding what you want to go in the right direction. Adapt an attitude that allows you to see directly as a child and look for a playmate or soulmate, a collaboration with a happy enterprise. There you go. Maybe collaborate with somebody. Maybe me. Collaborate with me. I can give you a few insights on some things. I don't know. Let this moment of openness be joined with practicality and find others who, in union, will each add specific skills to successful conclusion. Share adventure. Almost like this, what I'm saying right now. It's coming. What it's telling you is what I'm telling you too. Your world can be yours. It's just a matter of a little bit of introspect and maybe hearing from other people around you. Now is the time to sow the seeds of future harvests. And of course, yes, me with my garden too. That's important too. It's time to start planting those seeds. Time to head in the right direction, people. All right. Does that help you? I hope that helps you. That helps me a lot, let me tell you. A little bit, I sometimes, I don't rely on the cards, but it gives me a different perspective. If I'm thinking in one direction, it'll help me think in a different direction that I never really thought of before. Different experience for everybody, right? So it's all fun and it's all entertainment, and you got to keep that in mind. Even everything that you see on YouTube, everything that you see on Twitter, everything that you see on Facebook, everything that you see on television, everything that you see that is in an ocular perspective where it's looking at you, it's not always what it seems. So don't be surprised, never be surprised, but always keep your eyes open. No fear. As a friend of mine says, eyes open, no fear, and be safe, everyone. And as my mama used to say, peace, oh brother, with a little bit added. I always like to say, me and Brad Pitt, we're like this. This is me over here. So peace, oh brother, with a little bit added. That's me over here. And I hope you have a fantastic day, and all the best to you guys. I hope you keep out of trouble, and I don't know what to tell you. I'll come back tomorrow, and we'll do discuss or draw. Discuss or draw Tuesday could be the way you'd want it to be.